Hello everyone. So the topic today that we are going to learn is how to create automatic sequential numbers in Microsoft Excel. So let's begin. I have the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet open in front of you, and before we begin into the demo session, I would like to share that the Microsoft Excel application doesn't provide any autofill option to fill in the sequential numbers against a data set or a list that is available. So for that matter, we'll have to deploy manual intervention or implement formulas to ensure that we have a sequential numbers against the data set that we have. I would also like to share and divert your attention to that mostly it is not possible to use these numberings that Excel is providing, because our data set can start from anywhere in the Excel sheet, so it can be confusing to the people who are looking at the report or looking at the data set. So let me share that how we can proceed to create sequential numbers in different ways. So for example, I'll just copy the data set that I have. It's a very simple data set that I have in front of you. It has name, age and location, right? It's a very small data set, and I'll just show you the number of ways you can create the sequential numbers right against this data set. So the first way is that, and for that you will have to ensure that you go to the file option, go to the options tab, and viewers, I'm using the version as Microsoft 365. It might be different for you, but the bottom line is that you have to go to the file option, and you'll have to go and select the option tab here, go to the advanced and click on the enable fill, handle and cell drag and drop option. Right, it is already selected for me. If it is not selected for you, so I prescribe that if you can click it and say okay. Right, so the one of the ways to have a sequential data against your data series is that you can actually type in few numbers like 1 and 2, and then you can actually drag and drop. Once you click here, you'll see an arrow cross mark, right, and you just have to do double click. So as soon as you do the double click, you will get the series, right? But one of the problem with this is that if I'm writing Aman, or I'm giving a new data, and I'll say Bangalore, right, Bangalore, and I'll say Saran, right, let's say 16 and Bangalore, right, just random data. Yeah, so when you're typing these, if you're increasing your data set, your sequential numbers doesn't increase automatically. So there is a manual intervention that is required here. You'll have to again select your data series. You'll have to come here and say, once you can see the cross mark on your cursor, then you'll have to drag it, and this is the way you will be able to drag your sequential numbers against the data set that is available. It's pretty manual in nature, but we are also going to see that how you can automatically do the same operations with the minimal intervention, so to say. So the same data is there in front of me. What we are going to do is we are going to select this data, right? So I'll say Control All. I'm going to use the shortcuts on the keyboard, and I'm going to guide you, right? So I'll select anywhere on this data, right, and I'm going to say Control All, right, so the whole data gets selected. The other way is that you can select the complete data, and you can say Control T. So as soon as you say Control T, it is the shortcut for enabling the table function. So I will create a table for this data set, right, and I'll say okay. So for example, if you're not able to use the shortcuts, then you can actually go to the home section and go here, format as table, and you can select any of the table of your choice, right? So now actually I have got a table here. So now my data set is in the form of table, right? Now the next thing, I'm going to deploy a formula, right? I'm going to deploy the formula as row, and I'm going to say tab so that the formula gets activated, and I'm going to give a empty reference, right? So viewers, you know that this is row 3, and the table has actually automatically taken the formula, but this is not the correct sequence, right? Because first data set starts with this data, right? But the sequence number is actually 3, so this will be wrong, right? So I'll have to modify my formula. So I have to say minus row function. I'll again choose a row function, and the reference I will take here is of the top one, right? And I'll say bracket closed, and now you can see the sequence has actually come out correctly. Now as you see that if I place more data, right, I'll say Aman here, I'll say Saran here, the same data set that I have applied in the previous one is actually coming automatically now. So this is pretty automatic in nature, and I hope this delights you. This Excel trick will help you to automate your work on Excel. If you like this video, if you like this trick in Excel, then yes, please do share and subscribe this video and share this love with other friends of yours, so that this word goes out to many. So I hope I'll see you the next time. Thank you so much.